Welcome to the Meditation Realm Planeswalkers. I'm Caleb, your guide through the blind eternity, and in today's videos, we got ourselves a set booster from Phyrexia, All Will Be One. Looking forward to cracking this open and seeing what beauties we get in this one. My collector booster was enjoyable so far. Looking forward to open some more of those, and they're not out yet, but I'm looking forward again to open up these complete bundles that will be coming out next month in February. See what goodies we can open up from that and from those oil slick cards that are drawing a lot of value and hype. But in these, we don't have any of those, but we do have a lot of other stuff and good list options and whatnot. So let's see what we get lucky with. Alright, pack number 1. I haven't watched any set booster videos opening either, so I'm curious to see. So we got the uncommons up front. Interesting. What goodies we can get in alternate variants. So we got a mythic to start off with. We got the blue Dominus, Tekathol, Inquiry Dominus. Nice, that's a good way to start. Foils at the front for these again. And then common. So we went uncommon, mythic, and now we got our common, and then uncommon, uncommon. This card is really good if you haven't got to play these yet. I think it's going to be one of those uncommons that make it into constructed and even commander formats. Modal, get to do a lot of stuff. Got another minor misstep. So there were 3 uncommons mixed up. Interesting. Okay. And then the land stuff at the back. Alright. On to the next pack. Started off with a myth, and that's good to start off with. Curious placing as far as the cards. I wonder if that was just an odd variant to have the minor misstep at the front. Oh, well. That's a good card to start off with for our list variant. We got ourselves an Urza Saga, like the best land ever printed, just about. Heck yeah. Alright. That was a good start. And then we got a foil Paladin of Predation for our uncommon here. And then we got a rare Karamonix, the Rat King. I'm interested to see, if anybody can actually build this as a commander, or if it's just gonna maybe see some minor constructed play or fall into some of the other already established commander decks. And then we've got our uncommons. And this has got 4 uncommons and 5 uncommons in this one. And our land and our token. Okay. Not bad. That's a pretty good pack 2 to start off with. Starting off really well. Urza Saga is a phenomenal card. That's one of the great things about these set boosters. The list has so much value in it. And let's see. Ooh, looks like we got another mythic here. This is the Phyrexian Triniform. Nice. This is a commander, so yeah, another one of those list cards again. The value with the list is really there with these set boosters. Then we got a foil common, rare, the Monumental Facade. Oh, there was another rare under it. This one is Mirage Mockery from the commander. Nice. So 3 rares in that pack, 2 rares in the mythic. Let's see if there's any other ones here. Our commons, uncommons. Nope, but still, that was a good pack. 3 rare, or 1 mythic, 2 rares. This is starting off to be a pretty good set booster box. Again, these, I thought for most sets have been really good. The list has a lot of value, and there's still a lot of variants that you can get from this set in these. Alright, foil uncommon to start off with, and then we got Norn's Wellspring for a rare. And then we got a common, uncommon, 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 uncommon. Okay, I don't think there's any more rares in this one. Ooh, we got one of the nice Phyrexian lands. I really like this art style. It reminds me a lot of the Crushing Brutality lands from the Secret Lair. It's very, death metal-y style. Super sweet. Looking forward to picking up a lot of those for my commander decks. They're gonna be plentiful. And so many cards in this set. The horror art style is really amazing. Maybe we can luck out and get ourselves a Junji Ito, Elish Norn. Nope. Whisper of the Dross, foil common. Looks like it starts off with a foil common to start off, or uncommon above. Skrell's Hive. I think this card's going to make a lot of waves. A 2-drop enchantment, makes tokens for constructed format, making something that's going to do the toxic every turn. I think it's going to have a lot of value, even if they can't block. And then we got another common, and then it's uncommons, and then more commons, and a foil land. Nice. Alright, on to the next pack. No mythics in that one, but still, good cards. A lot of good cards in this set. A lot of Commander's staples to play with. Like, all of the Zeniths are really good. The lands are always good for Commander in constructed formats. The Planeswalkers, 10 Planeswalkers in this set that are all valuable for a Commander. Alright. We got a foil common. Look at that brutal face. Kind of reminds me of the Hive from Destiny. Almost looks exactly like a Hive Knight face. Speaking of Planeswalkers, we have Kaya, the Intangible Slayer. In this, all of the Planeswalkers that are not completed are at just regular rarity, and the completed Planeswalkers are at mythic rarity. So you don't see the completed ones as often. And speaking of mythics, we've got the Commander mythic, the Face, Naila, Sun's Vanguard. And then we have our commons and uncommons, I believe. Yeah, common, uncommon. Alright, no more sweet cards in this one, but still, got ourselves a mythic, and we got ourselves a Planeswalker. Always good to get the Planeswalkers. They are all really strong and playable in different Commander decks. Looks like we got ourselves another list card. This is one of the Street Fighter cards renamed. That is Vikia, the Scorching Stalwart. Nice. For those of you who like the cards but don't want to play with the Secret Lair variants, I can't blame you. Because some of those extended universes are, not for everybody. Alright, and then we've got a foil common, uncommon. Oh, we got a mythic, the Capricious Hellraiser. I'm going to enjoy playing this in some decks. Cost cheaper, potentially play for 3, cast stuff at random. He'll be good, he'll be fun. But, do we get any more rares in this one? No, okay, so still, we got a rare and a mythic. It's been pretty consistent to get ourselves another beautiful land. And the Phyrexia. Not foil, but still, beautiful. Been pretty lucky with getting multiple rares and or mythics in each pack. It's one of the other bonuses about these. I think you should almost never buy draft boosters anymore. I think unless you're going to draft with your friends, you should be buying set boosters for the value, because it's only a little bit more, and you're going to get so much more for it. Alright, so we have Phyrexian Obliterator. All will be one. This is pretty sweet. Mythic foil, like that. And then we got Black Sun's Twilight. Another one of those good cards for Commander. And then got our commons and uncommons. Alright, another phenomenal pack. Just phenomenal packs with these guys. Like, so many mythics. I've opened up almost as many mythics in the set booster so far as I did in my collector booster. I'm saying the value is really there in these. Alright, to start off with, we got another one of those Street Fighter Magic variants that are to the Magic name. This one is Baldin, Century Herdmaster. And then we have a foil common and an Olvika, the Enigma Goliath. This is one of those guys that'll be fun as a commander. It's a little expensive, but otherwise just going in those blue-red decks that care about casting a lot of non-creature spells. Gonna do some work, make more tokens. Ooh, and then we got another rare here, a Goliath Hatchery. Nice. So, And no more? Okay. So, triple rare pack. Again, the number of rares and mythic rares that you just get in these packs really makes up the value for it being $20 over what the drop boosters are. And you don't get as many special variants. You don't get the list in draft boosters. And like the lists can be so good, as we saw with our first pool. Alright, next pack we have an Evolved Spinoderm. Man, that art style is just so sick. That kind of reminds me of like the Xenomorph from Alien almost. Like that could almost be like that tongue coming out of the face. Really great card and limited too. This card is phenomenal. Alright. Again, this has just been so many good cards. Blackleaf Glyphs, always good to have lands. So many multiple rares in every pack. Just makes the value great. And, ooh, we got a foil Phyrexian land. And again, this art style, just so brutal. Like, it's just very death metal. Love it. Enjoying this set. It's been a lot of fun to play. If you got to play in any of the pre-releases, let me know down in the comments. Tell me what you got to play with. What was your favorite things? I had a lot of fun playing green-white. Two-headed giant was the most fun that I had. Poison is a very real thing. It makes the format quick. So we got an uncommon foil for our first card. Arcfiend of the Dross for a rare. This guy can end games quickly, one way or the other. And then we have an Unctus, the Grand Metatext for another rare in that special. He almost looks like I was trying to think of the name of the movie with the aliens that look like him, but he looks like an alien from a movie I saw recently. Anyways, he's okay. So we got 2 rares. Any more rares than that one? Nope. Still, a lot of good rares. The fact that we just keep getting multiple rares per pack. So much value in these. And thus far, we've gotten several mythics. I'm curious to see what other mythics we can get. We're not even halfway through the box yet. Alright. Foil common. Thrun, Breaker of Silence. This guy is also amazing for limited. He's pretty hard to deal with. There's only a couple sack effects and board wipes. There's a few green fights, but you're not going to have many things bigger than him. He does a lot of work. A lot of work. Rhea Ivor, Bane of Bladehold. I personally am not a big fan of this card, but I can see it maybe seeing play somewhere. Alright, and we got our commons and uncommons. So many good toxic cards that are going to shake up the format. I think we're going to see a lot of people attempting to build themselves a toxic related deck. Try that for Pioneer and Modern. Infect is already a thing. Maybe a few of the toxic cards to staple on. We'll hope to get there, but that list might be in and of itself too set. Alright. We got a Lux Artillery from the Commander for our rare. Nice. And then we've got Jor Kadeen for our other rare of the pack. And okay, just those two. And then we're on to our commons and uncommons. So far, in limited, it definitely seems like red in general seems to be like the weakest color. Green and white is very low to the ground. Blue and black have a lot of removal and proliferation. Red seems to be more like combined with the other colors to kind of get there. And it just was the least performing color that I saw throughout the weekend. I got to play in 3 events myself. Speaking of those great black cards removal, at common, this is very good, especially in Two-Headed Giant. We got a Green Sun's Twilight for a rare. And we got an Eternal Wanderer for our other rare. Another card that's great in limited. This is really hard to beat. Really hard to beat if you don't have the straight removal for it. The fact that only one thing can attack it at a time and you can make blockers for it. Yeah. Super strong. It can blow up the board, exiles, flicker stuff. Yeah, she does all the things. All the Planeswalkers are really good. Alright. This guy was also really good in Limited. 2/2 flying for 3 is usually standard, but the fact that it has Toxic and another relevant effect, pretty good. Definitely recommend drafting that when you can. Blade of Shared Souls. Another decent card. That'll be fun to play in Commander. I don't know how good it'll be in Limited. Oh, we only got one rare in that pack. Oh no. I think it's like one of the... Is that the only one that we opened with only one rare? Maybe. Maybe we opened up one other one with only one rare. For the most part, again, multiple rares. Just about every pack. Alright. On to the next one. We got ourselves here. Foil Basilisk. Another pretty Wanderer. This one is not completed. You can see they gave us the different versions of the what if she had got completed. That manga style art. Alright, so we got a double rare in that pack. We got Kemba, Conjuring, and then our commons and uncommons. Woolly Swamp. All spidery like a Shield Rid. On to the next pack. It'd be nice to open up some of the other concept Praetors too. Those are pretty sweet looking. We got a Necrosquito foil. Ooh, another Planeswalker here at Mythic. We have Nahiri, the Unforgiving. I'm curious to see where these guys are going to see play. She seems like she could be strong. A 3-drop that loots and that 0 effect to be able to reanimate still. I think you can see the right play in the right deck. Modern might be able to find some home for her. And then we've got our uncommons and commons. Alright. Nice. Good picks. Good pulls. A lot of mythics so far. Again, haven't topped anything over the Obliterator. That might just be the cream of the pack today. Starting off with the Urza Saga. Oh, here I am going and talking stuff. And we open up a Sword of Feast and Famine. The list slot in this, guys, has been just so phenomenal. Urza Saga and Sword of the Feast and Famine. Oh, the value. So many mythics in this. Alright, and then we got a crappy foil common, Phyrexian Arena. Interested to see this come back in the constructed formats. Pioneer might see it somewhere. And then we got ourselves another Planeswalker here. We got Koth in his What If completed. So we opened up 2 rares and a mythic in that pack. Again, guys, just the sheer value of going with these set boosters is so much more worth it than going with your regular drafts. I highly recommend, if you feel like going to buy boosters with this set and have a little fun opening, buy these even over the collector. Because you have a much higher chance of hitting a high roll with the collector booster, but you also have a pretty high chance of hitting a low roll. And thus far, I don't feel like you have too much of that same chance with your set boosters here. Alright, first rare we got is a Kethik, Crucible Goliath. And, oh, that's the only rare for that pack. Okay. Gotta have a couple of them. Not everyone can be amazing with mythic and double cards and list mythic cards to go with it. Oh, it's so good. I don't know, as far as recording wise, what's better as far as having the rare and mythic at the front, or if it's better at the back for those hype purposes. Alright, we got a Zenith Chronicler for a rare. Yeah, that's our only rare, okay. Go through the commons and uncommons. I think for a first set building, I'm probably going to try building a green-white Infect deck on Arena. Try that out for their version of Pioneer, the historic. See if anybody tries that in real life. Alright. Sinew Dancer. Alright, our rares have Vindictive Flamestoker. And then, alright, that's it for that pack. I imagine this card's seen a lot of play. Worst case scenario, it's a divination. Corrupted seems really easy to pull off, and draw 2 for 1 mana is pretty playable. Pretty playable. I would definitely play that all the time if I could. Oh, nice. We got the blue, the island in foil. So many pretty lands too. Green-white has a lot of low-to-the-ground 1-drops that can take away the game quickly, especially when the life totals halved. You don't even really care about pumping the team when you're just trying to deal 10 damage. Alright. Foil coming. We got a Blue Sun's Twilight. This is going to be... The Twilights, again, are going to be all fun for Commander. I recommend picking them up. They're cheap. They're going to be available. There are too many versions. Most of the rare cards in this set are going to be cheap and available. If you plan on just playing stuff for Commander and aren't somebody who likes the hype of opening up packs, this, again, I'm one of those people who do kind of agree with Tolarian Academy guy and saying that you should buy singles quite often. So, list card, I got some Teremco Griffin with banding and flying. This seems like probably a terrible card. I doubt it has any value. I'll have to look it up. I'm always curious. It's like, why do they put these cards into the list? But choices. Alright. Ooh, Seachrome Coast. Always good to get the lands. I'm always happy to have lands. They are played everywhere. Here's another one of those good green-white toxic creatures I was just talking about using to build. Toxic 2/2 for 2, buffs your other guys when they attack. So you can play a 1-drop on turn 1 with Toxic 1. There's like 3 different ones between the white and green guys. You play this turn 2, buff them, swing, play another guy. You could even play another one of these on turn 3 and then a 1-drop and just buff everything swinging. All the triggers. I think it's going to be really strong. I am looking forward to trying it. And it may suck. We'll see. The Brotherhood's End Instant, or whatever it's called, or sorcery with the 1 and 2 red. Deal 3 damage to each creature or destroy all artifacts through your list. That could just kind of nerf the deck out. But who knows? I know white aggro does well in Pioneer. Alright, foil coming, uncommon. We got a Mirror Safe House. We're a rare. And then all the uncommons and commons. Alright. We are down to the last 6 packs here. Thus far, this has been a pretty amazing video. We've had a lot of value in this. The list slot has been so good for us. So amazing. Looking to hopefully get us an Elish Norn in here, because with 10 different variants of her, we should definitely see one. Alright, only 1 rare in that one. We got a foil version of one of the normal lands. Getting the lands again, always great. No matter what format you're in, they get played. Mana fixing is important if you want to play the game. Unlike Hearthstone, you will not have mana added to your pool every turn. So let's see, I see we got a list card here. So it's a 0-drop. Phyrexian Walker. It's just a 0/3 0-drop. Okay, so for one of those cantrip decks. Wonder if this is worth anything. Ooh, so we got a foil rare. We got Vran, the Executioner Thrain, in that alternate showcase style. And then we got a White Sun's Twilight. Another really good card for Commander. Like, it's going to do so much work. Wipe the board, put out multiple infected cards. Oh yeah, I pay 5 mana, make 5 tokens, blow up the board, make 5 tokens that put somebody on a 2-turn clock if they can't deal with them or put out enough blockers on the next turn. Alright. So many good cards in this set too for Commander in general. Tablet of Completion for a rare. And that's it for a rares in this one. I definitely feel like if you're a Commander player, you're going to hit the jackpot regardless. Because there's just so much goodies in here. Alright. Last 3 packs. Thank you for joining me, Planeswalkers. Always glad to have you here. Speaking of Planeswalkers, we got Kaito, the Dancing Shadow, to join us. He will also likely would ask you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't had the opportunity. I'm sure he has pretty good access to some digital devices to view the amazing boxes getting opened here. Alright. Last 2 packs. Come on, Ellie. Give me like one of the 10 versions of Elishnorn. We got a Beacon of Unrest for another list card. This is the one from Double Masters art style. Another great card for Commander. It's fun. Foil Red. We got a Venture Corpse. It's the cruel irony of him going from a blue-white planeswalker, or a blue creature to a blue-white planeswalker to save Karn to being reanimated as an undead corpse. Oh, how the mighty fall. Last pack, folks. Can we get a mythic to get out on? We have foil land and Argentum Masticore. Nope, no mythic, but still. Just absolute value. Like the amount of rares and mythic rares we got in this. Especially the list cards. Again, getting the Sword of Feast and Famine and the Urza land. We got 7 mythics in that box. I'm pretty sure I only opened up 7 mythics or less in my collector box. So I'm curious to see what the variance is going to be when I open up the next collector boxes and my next set boosters and see what we have. Thank you again for joining me, Planeswalkers. Always glad to have you here. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you here again soon.